Hello, everybody. How you doing today? Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here and talking to us. We appreciate you being here. Just one second while we kind of get set up here. Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
Doing well yourself?
Doing all right. Hey, I'm glad everyone can be here today. Thanks for being part of Safe Nurse Now, our webinar. So always excited to be here. Um,
Like,
Great. I see everybody being here. Thanks so much. Let us know where you're from and we definitely want to get some more information from you kind of at the end of the webinar, so stay tuned for that. But we definitely want to kind of go over several items that we have in store for you tonight.
yeah, so I'll take it from here. So
Sure.
welcome everybody. Regina and Mark with ReMar are going to be joining us hopefully soon. They have some other things that they're tied up in, but as soon as they become available, they're going to try to jump on and say hi to everybody. But again, welcome to SafeNurse Now. We're here to discuss the opportunities of joining SafeNurse Now, what we have available, discuss any questions that you may have along the way. So if you have any questions, please let us know. If you're looking for a particular assignment, if you're looking for a particular location, by all means, drop it in the chat. We want to hear from you. We want to be able to find out where our future employees are looking to go. All right, so I see right away we have somebody from the UK. So we definitely do international staffing. Kenya, the Philippines, UK. We've spoken to people from Dubai. We were able to do H-1Bs anywhere in the world and green cards as well. So I'd be happy to go into more detail with that regarding some of the international assignments that we have. But back to the presentation that we have: empowering nurses, changing lives. Okay, one second. More than a job is your calling. Let's find your next opportunity together. So our goal, we're not just your typical staffing agency. We want to find that assignment that's going to make you feel comfortable and feel like you're not just a number in a system with some of these larger companies out there, but you're part of a team. We have a great community that's growing every day with other nurses that are looking to travel, who are already traveling, or just taking local assignments near them or PRN positions. So, with that being said, I wanted to talk to people about the fear of change. What a lot of nurses are scared of doing is taking that leap of faith into traveling. Um, what is stopping you from traveling? Is it the license? Is it the housing? Is it getting to your assignment? Is it finding out that the facility is not a good fit for you? What stops you from taking that next step? That's what we want to know. Because if it's your license, we will help you get a license in the state that you want to travel to. We will reimburse you. If you get your license in Florida and you take an assignment with us, we will reimburse you for that license. It goes with you. You keep it, and it helps you grow um, your experience and your locations of where you can travel. If it's your housing, if you want to cover your housing yourself through your travel stipend, you're more than welcome to. But we can also help you secure housing. We'll find options that best fit you for your budget, as well as if you don't want to deal with that and you want us to take care of it, we will take that responsibility on our own. We'll find housing that's close to the facility as possible, in an area that you're comfortable with, and in a budget that is good for everybody, and which goes along with, can I bring my family? Yes, you can bring your family. It really comes down to if you can bring a family, if it's housing that's provided by the facility. If the housing is provided by the facility, a lot of times they won't have you bring family because there's a liability risk. What if somebody's at the hotel or an Airbnb and they get hurt? They don't want that added responsibility on them. So, that's why a lot of agencies don't do it. A lot of hospitals don't do it. But we encourage people to bring their family, their pets, their loved ones. And it goes along where I live, where you want to live. If you're familiar with the area, you let us know where you want to be, and we'll try to find something within that market that works best for you. All right, so
Yeah, Jesse, I just saw a great question. Sorry, I thought it'd be great to bring up.
yeah,
Melissa asked, "You take LVNs, LPNs?"
Yes, yes, we do. So it looks like Melissa is on the YouTube channel
Yeah.
watching live. Yeah, we work with LVNs, we work with LVN LPNs, we work with RNs, we work with CNAs, we work with allied physical therapists, occupational therapists. The best way I like to put it is if it's within a hospital or a long-term care facility, we'll help. So if you're an LVN or an LPN and you're looking to take an assignment, let us know. Drop your location. You can always text jobs at 855-696-0132, and we will get back with you as soon as possible. You can always email staffing at safenursenow.com as well. We have great recruiters that will get back with you, find out where you're wanting to go, make sure we have something that's within the area that you're looking to travel. And if it's not, and let's say you reach out to us and you say, hey, I know you don't have anything in Florida, but I know XYZ facility is looking for help. If you give us a lead into that facility, you will receive a referral bonus for getting us an opportunity to get in there and close an opportunity with them. So if we utilize our nurses just as much as they work with us. If you have connections for directors of nursing for hospitals and long-term care facilities that you've worked with, we want to make sure we can help them. And if they need help, by all means, reach out to us. We will reach out to them, get a contract, and if you want, put you on that assignment. I've done that myself. I've had a nurse refer me a facility. We got the contract, and we put that nurse out on that facility under us, and it was a great opportunity. So
Hey,
another great question is Melissa from YouTube. Yeah, we work with new grads. With new grads, when it comes to the experience, we want you to stay local. Take an assignment within your state before you take an assignment outside of your state as a new grad, because traveling experience is not for the faint of heart. You pretty much they want you to be able to come in, hit the ground running, and be able to do everything you need to do as a med surge, as a ER or an ICU, labor and delivery, NICU. They don't have the time to train. You have orientation, but they don't have time to train a new grad for a position like that. So we always advise everybody that is a new grad to stay local, do some PRN, travel within your state to get comfortable with it. Make sure it's something that you want to do. And then once you get 2 to 3 years under your belt, then start looking at traveling outside of the state. If you're if you want to start traveling at 1 year, I would recommend doing long-term care facilities because they're a lot less lenient than the hospitals that are requiring that mainly 3 year mark. So we do have a success story here, a travel success story. Safe Nurse Now guided me every step of the way. Now I've been to New York, earned more than I ever imagined, and my family has a better life because I took that leap of faith. What she is talking about is not your day-to-day 9 to 5 job. She took a travel assignment which pays more. It allows them to bring more home because you're doubling your experiences because you're working away from your home state. So that's another great thing. And I think that should be one of our webinars where we break down what a travel contract would look like and versus a contract at home, and show you the benefits of traveling and why so many nurses are doing it, why so many nurses overseas are coming to the United States to do travel nursing, because it is profitable for a nurse to make 100,000 in 6 months. I've seen it happen. I've had nurses pay off a vehicle. I've seen nurses pay off their tuition, their house by taking travel assignments, crisis assignments across the country. We always have them. They're always available. We're in a nursing shortage now, so the demand for nurses is high, and hospitals are willing to pay as top dollar to get nurses in. But within reason, they are still recovering from the COVID crisis, so there is some flexibility there.
yeah. Hey, Jesse, I remember, we talked about this last webinar.
Mhm.
So if this nurse that was here and then she saw a position through webinar, what was the bonus that we had talked about?
Yes. So we have a ton of nurses that are following us on these webinars, and they're reaching out to us for positions that we have available. So if you see any job that we have on Facebook, on the webinars, and you're interested, all you have to do is let us know. I saw your job on Facebook. I saw your job on the webinar in our Facebook group. And if you join our Facebook group and you see a job you like, or you're on the webinar and you see a job you like, and you text or you email us your resume and say, I'm interested in this job in Massachusetts, for a tele nurse, you will receive a $500 sign-on bonus right away. Once you're in, you take the assignment, you're approved, and you show up. That first paycheck, you will receive your sign-on bonus. We want you to be successful, so we want to make sure that we are helping you take these assignments that are more benefit for you. So if it's offering a sign-on bonus or a completion bonus, we're there for the nurses, because to us, you're part of the team, you're part of the family, you're not just a number in our system, and we want to make sure that you're being taken care of.
Yeah, that's great. That's definitely something that is needed. So that's great.
Definitely. I know a lot of nurses like those sign-on bonuses or those
Yeah,
referral
who
bonuses.
doesn't? Right?
you know if you know a
Yeah.
nurse, if you see a tele position, we have 2 tele positions available in Massachusetts. It could be a travel, it could be a local. If you know somebody interested, by all means, refer them over. You will receive a referral bonus for those as well. We
Mm-hmm.
want to make sure that you're still taken care of, even if you don't take the assignment, but you know somebody who does, because what nurse doesn't know another nurse? We want to make sure that you're taken care of. Or if, you're a tele nurse and you say, I don't want to do it without my friend who is also a tele nurse, bring your friend. We work with couples who are nurses who travel together, friends who are working that travel together, trios. The max I've had go on an assignment was 5 or 6 people.
Wow. Yeah.
And
That's quite a bit.
it it's a headache to get them there, but it's definitely worth. But it's a great opportunity if you have friends. A lot of nurses, they travel with each other. Join our Facebook group. If you are new to traveling, you have 3 years of experience, and you want to check out another opportunity in another state, but you don't want to go alone, post in the Facebook group. I see a lot of
Right.
nurses meet a lot of other nurses in these groups where they say, hey, I want to go to Massachusetts for a tele position or an RN position in New York, but I don't want to go alone, and they have 2 openings. Who wants to go with me? Who wants to share housing? I I've seen those relationships build, and I've seen them take assignments for the next 2 or 3 years together, and they're still friends.
Right.
So keep that in mind, please. Join our Facebook group as well. We want to be able to connect with you. We're going to be putting a poll on there as well, and we'll ask at the end of this stream. We want to hear what you guys are looking for on these webinars as well, so we can cover everything that you guys are looking to discuss. With the reality of staying versus moving forward with um, with staffing, as a travel nurse and or a local nurse, is the working the long hours with a little reward, feeling stuck in your career, staying in the same place, wondering what if. That right there, you don't even have to know that is your local assignment. That's your 9 to 5, your day-to-day job. You want to do something more, but you don't know where to get started. Well, traveling is it. you know Doing traveling, it opens up the higher pay opportunities, the adventure, the personal growth. There's a lot of opportunity for you to take that step in the direction you want to go. Let's say you're at your facility now and you want to grow within that company, but you can't because Susan above you, or Karen, or whatever you want to use, is not retiring for the next 20 years, and she's your next step, and she's not going anywhere. So if you do the traveling, there's opportunities for you to be a manager, somebody who can take that leadership role, and you get that position a lot quicker because you're taking on those positions. You may go in there as a med surg, and then they say, "Hey, I need you to be a supervisor." Then you're getting the supervisor pay, and then they're asking you to do an overnight, then you're getting the overnight differential. So there's so many opportunities for you to better yourself and grow within travel nursing that you can't experience within your local hometown, hospital or city, where everybody's staying there because they're compliant, they're happy, and they're okay making that 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, but you want to make more money, work less hours. Most nurses, they work 36 hours a week, they work 312s, and they do a 13-week assignment, and then they go on to their next opportunity where they can work another 36 hours for 13 weeks or 48 hours, where you got an opportunity to really rake in the overtime if you wanted to do that. The free housing for any assignment, if you don't want to find housing, we will take care of it. We will provide the housing for you to take that opportunity burden off your shoulders, and we will take it. And a better future for your family. A lot of nurses, they travel because the opportunity is great. Even though the rates right now for any nurse that's staying local is high, it is going up. There's still a better need to make more money as a travel nurse instead of your local nurse because the need is so high. Again, the demand for nurses is a lot higher. So it's a competition. I'm sure if you look on any of these Facebook groups or apply for a job, you will be bombarded with message requests. All right, so let's go into where will you stay? We've got you covered. I've been discussing this from the get-go. One of the biggest worries is about travel nursing is where can you stay? There's a lot of good places. There's a lot of bad places where you can stay. We want to make sure that you're safe. You want to make sure you're comfortable, especially if you're bringing family, friends, and anything like that. I personally worked with a nurse that I secured I thought was like a 4-star resort. It was advertised as a 4-star resort for like a hotel motel situation, long-term stay. Person was there for 6 months. That was the plan. They were there a week before their vehicle got broken into, and kind of find out, there was mold in the building and things like that. And as soon as that nurse notified me, I personally took care of that vehicle. I got the vehicle's car window repaired, and we got that nurse out of that facility into another location so she felt safe.
That's good.
Because we care. A lot of agencies that that's where you're at. You're stuck. Make it work. Things like that. We want to hear about your concerns. If you're not feeling safe, you're not feeling comfortable at where you're staying, let us know. If facility, same thing. If you're at a facility, even though you're under an agreement that you're going to work there, if you don't feel comfortable, bring those concerns to us. We will advocate for you on your behalf. Let us be your voice. That's what we're good at. And we want to make sure that you're comfortable, you're safe, and you're doing what you signed up for. If you came in as a med-surg nurse and they're telling you you need to supervise 13 other people on 3 different floors and hold keys to 2 different floors for a med cart, that's not what you signed up for. Contact us. Let us help you. And if they want you to do it, then we'll make sure you're paid for what they're adding on. So back to the housing, we will take care of you. There's plenty of fully furnished opportunities out there, so you don't have to bring anything with you. Just a suitcase, your scrubs, and a great attitude to come in there and get the job done. All right, I'm going to hand it over to Scott. This is Texas. This is his neck of the woods. But before Scott jumps in, let's have Regina with ReMar Sky.
Hi, Regina.
Hi, Scott. Hi, Jesse. I was just listening. Doing so good. You guys are taking a different approach to our travel nurse webinars tonight, and I love it. I love it because you're talking about more than just taking the job. We're getting into tonight the mentality of a travel nurse and the reason why you see so many nurses now looking for the next job in a travel assignment. And it's just what you said, Jesse. I mean, long gone are the days where you stay at a job and every 2 years you get $1 raise. In nursing, that's not the move anymore. The move is you get that experience, but then when you're ready to travel, you have the mentality that I know I'm going to be getting paid $5 more an hour, $10 more an hour. And nurses today, they have goals. People want to buy homes. People want to buy cars. People want to buy their kids' cars. And so you can't wait in a staff position to get a 20-cent raise every year, every 6 months. So, I mean, what we're talking is strategy. What we're talking tonight is making that nursing license work for you and for the lifestyle you're trying to achieve, not the other way around. And are there barriers? Yes, there are going to be some things you have to overcome. Housing. Where am I going to stay? These are great questions that are in the comments. What other questions do you have about travel nursing? Where are you going to stay? Yes. Can you bring your pets? Yes. What about your kids? Yes. And as you can see, what we're trying to do is we're trying to take away all the barriers. We're trying to really get you into a growth mindset so that you can take these contracts and you can feel confident that you have a team that's supporting you. So I'm just so interested to hear what's next. We're going to talk about some jobs now, but I mean, this is where it starts. So Scott, I'm excited. What do we have?
Yeah, this is great. And hey, we appreciate everyone being here. Saw several people from Toronto, from Chicago, from Colorado, from California. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to go over these next jobs. I saw somebody asking about questions. They're like, hey, do you guys have anything in California? I was actually talking to people today from California. So hopefully we're going to have something here pretty soon down the line. So just be patient. That's coming here soon. So we're excited. There are some jobs hopefully coming here soon from California. And so I know that's what we're working on. So
nice.
But here's what we wanted to go over is some things on Texas. So this is a great place to come. Right now, it's a good opportunity. It's not too hot. This is a good time to come to Texas. You got some good barbecue down here and some really good weather. So there are some exciting local kind of travel opportunities. We have one in Coleman. If you're an L&D nurse, if you've got some L&D experience, at least 1 or 2 years, it's a smaller hospital, but they also still need help with L&D. They do about 50 to 60 deliveries a year. So they also need help, maybe helping out with med surg from time to time. So if you are interested in going to Texas, this is a great opportunity. This paying $2,500, where if you look, I think I looked just recently, there was an L&D need in Dallas for like $2,100. I was like, are you gotta be kidding me? So this is paying like $400 more a week. So if you're looking for something that is paying really well, and it's a 13-week contract, and you're going to go in there and it's not going to be a huge hospital, this is a great small little hospital that is needing help, loves people, wants to take care of you there. We want to take care of you there. This is a great assignment for you. Another one is our one that we've had some people at, and they like working here, and we've talked to a few people here. It's our Abilene one. They need another nurse. It's for day nurse. It's about $2,300 to $2,400. It's a short 6-week contract. If you're thinking, hey, I want to try out for travel, and maybe you were kind of like, hey, I still have some more questions about it, this is a great opportunity. So we want to hear from you if you're interested in these 6-week contract. If maybe you've got some more questions about it, we want to hear from you. Put it in the comments. Also, don't forget about this $500 sign-on bonus. We want to give it to you. We want to say, hey, let us know about your assignment. So, what you're interested in, because we want to place you at these places, and we want to get you these $500.
So Scott, can I ask you a question about these assignments?
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing that, and I know everybody else is seeing, these assignments are paying every single week. So is it every week? Is it like every Friday you're going to get a check?
Yep. Every Friday. So every Friday you get a check. It's for the back week that you work. So you get this money for 13 weeks. So it's really, it's outstanding pay to get $2,500 a week. So,
it's a good deal. And I know I learned when I was when I was over in Africa, that the international nurses only got paid like once a month. Like they would get paid once a month. So when you come to the US, we like to get our money regularly. Mm-hmm. So once a week, you will be getting that money into your check. And so for me, whatever struggles that happened during the week, when Friday came, I was a happy travel nurse. And so I want you all to understand that this is real. What about this question here, Jesse? What do you think?
So somebody with 7 years of experience, or they have 7 years, I've experienced, but 7 years ago, does it affect my application? I'll be honest, yes and no. Hospitals are going to want somebody with recent experience, because a lot can happen in 7 years. Rules, compliance, regulations, the do's and don'ts, what you can do now, what you couldn't do then. So if you're looking to get back into it, we'll be very transparent with the hospital. But there are, it's funny that you say that, there are some opportunities for you to do some hands-on training at some schools. I know ReMar has some opportunities for that. So if you message us, saying you're looking to do some, hands-on training, I can get you in contact with somebody on the ReMar side that can, literally give you 2 days of hands-on training, how to redo an IV, the proper way if anything has changed, whatever the case would be. But if you want to get back into traveling, or you want to see how it goes, and you want to do bedside, I would look at long-term care. It's a lot
Yeah.
easier to get in. It's a lot less stressful on you, because the last thing you want to do is, you haven't done bedside for 7 years, and
Yeah.
you go right into a hospital. I'm going to get a phone call from you in like a week saying it's not worth the paycheck, Jesse. I'm going back to my staff nurse. But even staff nursing, not too many hospitals are paying weekly. They pay bi-weekly. They don't,
Right.
they hold on to that money as long as possible, and then they pay you. And in staff nursing, all the nurses know that when they have budget cuts, one of the first things they look at are nurses, and then they short staff themselves, but then they bring in travel nurses. So it's a revolving door. So why not take advantage of it? Let that, like Regina said, let that license work for you, and let us help you.
Yeah. And I think you gave some great advice, Jesse, but I would say, like, if you're here you're here for a reason. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
there's something about this conversation that interests you. So there are ways to get back into nursing, back into travel nursing. Yes, we can help you support reviewing skills. But yeah, there are some assignments that are going to be easier for you to take if you haven't been at the bedside in a while. So like just at long-term skill facilities, like in that way, those are going to be great for you to start. And the beauty of it is it's just a short contract. So can you do 13 weeks? Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially when you're getting paid weekly. So don't allow that barrier to keep you out, because even though you haven't practiced in 7 years, the human body has not changed in the last 7 years. And so all the things that you do know still apply. All right.
I did see somebody who popped up. One of them said that she was an LVN looking for an opportunity. Will they work in Texas? Yes, the positions in Texas will work for you. Just let us know. If you see an RN and you're an LPN, by all means, send us your resume. If the worst thing that's going to happen is we're going to submit your information to the client says no, we really want that RN. Or they're going to say, yeah, we'll take that LPN. Why not? We need an LPN. Another one that I'm glad this lady, I've seen this name come up a couple times now. She goes, say the truth at, and I can't see the rest of the name, but are you taking a nurse that is 60 years but still active with no health issues, physically active? I would love to get your resume. Age is just a number to me. I know plenty of 60-year-olds who are active and healthy, far more than a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old. So please email staffing at safenursenow.com or text jobs at, I'm waiting for that number to pop up so I can tell it again. So we can get your resume. I would love to submit your resume to some of our clients. Just let us know where you want to go, and we will be more than happy to work with you, regardless of your age. There's still a lot of great nurses who are 60 years old. There's nurses who came out of retirement and started doing traveling again. So if you're interested, text jobs at 855-696-0132 or send us your resume at staffing@safenursenow.com. And I will work with you personally to see if we can get you an assignment that works for you.
That's great. Yeah, the LPN, the one, there is a great opportunity in Texas, and so it's also in Abilene, and they are looking for an RN or an LPN, and it's paying $18.50 weekly. Yep, that's weekly. They want to make sure that you've got good, strong med surg experience. We do have some other opportunities coming up as well for skilled nursing. But right now for LPNs, if you've got some really good med surg experience and this is what you are looking for, an LPN assignment in Texas, let us know. Text the number or email us to staffing@safenursenow.com and let us know. You can always text 855-696-0132. You can also follow us on Facebook. A lot of times we put jobs on our Facebook board, Safe Nurse Now, and you can connect with us there, because I definitely a recruiter can also talk to you real quickly right there. So these are really great travel assignments that we have open in Texas. For all the international, for everybody that's here already international, which I think I saw somebody that says, hey, I'm already here, I'm an international nurse, I'm about to pass NCLEX. We do have some international opportunity, actually, in the state of Texas as well. The next slide is we've got really great opportunities for international. So we've got Abilene is looking for a med-surg one. We've got West Texas is looking for ER. And then we've got Coleman and Brownfield. They're looking for L&D and med-surg. And I'll share with you about these assignments. Kayana, that's great. We're so excited that you've have an interview. That is awesome. We're glad that got all set up. We're glad that got connected. We're happy to hear about that. That's awesome. You know, oh, hey, next webinar, let us know how it went. So connect.
Congratulations.
So for the international nurses, I know they're here. I saw one recently that I said I was talking about. We want you to give us a call. We want you to email us. We want you to email us your resume, to text jobs, because these are our international positions. Now, if you're thinking, hey, I can't start right now, let us know. We're okay. I was just recently talking to somebody that said, hey, I've got some things going on, but I'm going to take the NCLEX here soon. Hey, you know what? If you haven't, let us know. Still email us your resume, because we have opportunities now that you can interview for, and then you can say, hey, as an international nurse, I can't start until this date. And we can still start that process. With these international positions, we're taking care of the housing, and we're taking care of the transportation. We're taking care of you. And we're going to pay you weekly, make sure it's all set up for you, making sure you're taking care of everything is set for it. And you don't have to worry about anything. We can just make sure you get sponsored. We got things getting taken care of for you. And then you've got a great opportunity here. So if you're an ER nurse, you're international ER nurse, you're an international med-surg, or you've got L&D experience, let us know in the comments. Email us at safenursenow.com, and because that way you can get this $500 sign-on bonus. So that's what we want. That's what we want. Great. Here are some other ones. Here's some, actually, if you're an LPN, we're actually going to go over some LPN ones in New York here too. I saw some other people asking about LPN jobs, so that is coming. So New York, great state, awesome place to be, good food, fun place to be, all throughout the state. You got the north part, that's very pretty, and as well as Manhattan. So this is a great state to be in, paying really well too. So Jesse was talking about skilled nursing before. And so this is a great opportunity where if you're an RN and let's say you've only got maybe 1.5, 2 years, and you've got some rehab, or you've got some med surg, and you've got some skilled nursing, and maybe you don't have 2 years of med surg. Maybe you have 6 months, and maybe you have rehab, and maybe you have a year or so of skilled nursing. So if you're thinking, hey, I don't have that amount of experience yet, all in med surg, but I have it in all these different areas, this is a great opportunity to start in. Maybe you're in New York, and maybe you're somewhere pretty close. These skilled nursing opportunities are great to get started in. You get work 40 hours a week. You get $2,000 a week. Definitely, as well as for LPNs, you want to travel together. You get $1,700 a week, 40 hours a week. So you've got different shifts that you get to pick from. Travel together. This is a great opportunity. I know a lot of times when we send people out to skilled nursing, we always send people together because it's always worked really, really well. Here's a great question. I just saw this. I don't have RN experience, but I have experience as a CNA for 15 years. What can I do? Well, I'm glad you asked about that, because we do have CNA contracts. So if you are in New York, or if you are interested in traveling as a CNA, we have some CNA contracts coming up here in New York. So that is always an opportunity. And I can tell you this, people in hospitals and skilled nursing where you are just passing as an RN, or you maybe just graduated as an RN and you've got 6 months experience, but you have 15 years as CNA, they love to see you, because they know, like, man, this person has been through all these years of experience. And I bet you, Regina, working as a nurse, when you had somebody that you're working with that has been a CNA or has been an LPN, and then they're an RN.
The best. And so I love that, because I love that we have positions at every level. So if you're an RN, if you're LPN, if you're a CNA, you have the ability to travel. So don't let that be a barrier. You know, if you don't treat it as something that is a bad thing, we won't treat it as something that's a bad thing. That's
All right.
actually a great thing. That's actually, you're bringing something very valuable to the table. So see yourself as that. See yourself as very valuable to this market. We need nurses on all levels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So, because we do have some opportunities coming up in New York for CNAs. We also have needs in Niagara Falls and Vestal. So Vestal, we have the LPNs and we have the RNs and we have the house supervisor. So if you're an RN, the house supervisor. But with Niagara Falls, we have some other opportunities that are open up as well. So we have more places in New York coming on, and so we have as well as in Dunkirk. We have rad techs. So if you know somebody that works as a rad tech or is in allied health mammography tech, this is a great opportunity. 2,500 is a great pay. Heck, 40 hours a week, 2,500. And here's the ones in Niagara Falls, the one I was talking about earlier for the CNA. 40 hours a week. They've got 2 shifts. They got a day and night. If you want to, again, travel with somebody, great opportunity. Same thing with LPNs and same thing for RNs. They are needing help. They're wanting to hear from us. That we needing to hear from you. So if you're interested, let us know. Email us at staffing@Safe Nurse Now. Make sure you text us. Make sure you contact us. These are some great opportunities. We want to hear from you. We want to help you out the best that we can. You know, you can always apply online at safenursenow.com. Connect to us through Facebook, and we want to help you out. And again, if you are like, hey, I'm not at a place where I can't take a contract, I can't take an assignment right now, that's okay. Call us and talk to us. I talk to all people all the time. I think a lot of questions that I get is that, hey, I'm an LPN, or hey, I'm an RN, and I don't have as much experience. What do I do? Or hey, I don't have a license in this state, but I want to go to Texas, or I want to go to New York. I've got family in New York, and I want to go there for Christmas, and I want to be there for a few months. Or hey, I would like to go to Hawaii for the summer. How do I do that? And so, because I mean, heck, I would love to go to Hawaii for the summer. I don't know, Regina, did you ever go to Hawaii for the summer when you're traveling?
Yeah, I love Hawaii.
Yeah. So you can go to our website, safenursenow.com, look at the licensing, apply for it, because there's opportunities at all these different states. So it's great.
Actually, I got a message on my phone today from a CNA. I don't know if she's watching. Her name is Misty, but she was just saying that she wasn't sure because she had long-term care as a CNA, but she didn't have nursing experience yet. So she's still a CNA and she's studying. And I told her, this is the perfect opportunity if you're a CNA to get away and be able to focus on studying, be able to isolate yourself from maybe all the responsibilities you have at home right now. Because correct me if I'm wrong, if you're a CNA and you take a travel assignment, we're going to pay for your housing while you're on that assignment, right?
Yes.
Right. We're going to pay for your housing while you're on that assignment. So that check that you're getting, that $1,200 a week, that's your money. You're not going to be using it for housing in New York. And housing in New York is expensive, but we're going to take care of that for you. So you'll be able to study. You'll be able to just go to work, and you're doing 8 hours. So you know at the end of your 8 hours, you're done. You're done. This is a great opportunity for a CNA.
Yeah, I think I like this question that says pretty much what we're talking about. I'm studying from an NCLEX RN now, and I'm 25 years CNA. We've got these opportunities, and there's more and more coming here in New York. So if you're thinking, hey, I can't get to Niagara Falls, but there's other ones coming. So let us know, because these are great opportunities to where, like Regina said, that you can kind of take. You can be there for 13 weeks, make a lot of money, and you can study and concentrate, and it's a great opportunity. You
or
can
just go to Niagara Falls. Just take the one in Niagara Falls and try it out and see if you like it. Because you'll never know if you like traveling until you do it. There may not be that perfect job that like you might have to just take a chance and do something that's in your field so that you can get your travel experience. Like get your feet ready and wet.
There's nurses who've been traveling for 15 years, and they will take an assignment that they absolutely hate, and they're borderline at the verge of I will never travel again. But then they finish a contract and they're like, okay, I'm ready for my next assignment. Not every facility is going to be perfect. You're going to have the good ones, you're going to have the bad ones, and then you're going to have the ones that you regret taking. And it's just one of those where they're in desperate need of help, and you're doing everything. You're an RN, but you're doing CNA work because they're that short staffed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Jesse, that's a great point, because I know a lot of nurses to where they're like, you know what, this is not the most high paying job. This is not the one, but it's the one that I know that pays me the most, and it's only a few hours away, to where I can take it and I can be back on the weekends. I can do 3 shifts real quick, and I can get these 3 shifts done during the week, and I can come back. So I can just stay pretty much overnight, 2 nights during the week, and then I can come back. There are so many opportunities like that, to where, I think a lot of times people are like, well, I didn't even know that existed. Yeah. We want to try to help you out the best that we can. I know the one, and I talked to the facility in Abilene. They're like, hey, we'll work around the nurse's schedule. So if they want to come in, work 3 shifts in a row for 6 weeks, hey, 1 week, just 3 days in a row, so they can come in. They live about a few hours away. They can come in, stay, and they even had a place to stay that was very, very easy for us to help out and accommodate. So a lot of places are really trying to help nurses out the best that we can. So
that's just incredible. I mean, you never have to feel like you're stuck in nursing, or you're stuck in a situation. Like what Scott is basically saying is that these jobs, they want to accommodate you. They want you there. So they're willing to give you the schedule that you want, the pay that you want, the time frame that you want. If you work 3 days in a row, that means you have 4 days straight to just be off. You can stack your days. I mean, that's really good. That's really good, Scott. That was a great.
Yeah. It's definitely an exciting time. All right, Jesse, I think this is all Massachusetts.
All right. I've never been to Massachusetts, but with these pay packages, I'm about ready to take up nursing myself.
Yeah, you're already falling in love with Massachusetts, right?
Definitely. So, Massachusetts, I've never been there myself, but what I'm hearing is it is a great place to be. Boston has a great nightlife, great food, great entertainment. So if you are looking for an opportunity to really, take your career to the next level, again, travel nursing is it. What I wanted to point out that we haven't brought up in some of the webinars is the number that you're seeing for some of these pay packages. For example, Broxton, Massachusetts, where they're looking for registered nurses, 2 of them for nights, and that's $3,500 for 48 hours. What I failed to bring up, even on some of these other pay packages, I saw one for the registered nurse for the skills for New York. It was let me pull it up real quick for you guys. The skilled nursing unit, registered nurse for 2,000 for 40 hours a week. That's over 100,000 a year if you worked every week as a travel nurse. That's over 100,000 a year just for a skilled nursing unit. And as experienced nurses know, that's not very common. That's a good pay package for a skilled nursing unit. That's because they need help. I'm not saying that you could take the assignment for that long, but the opportunity is there. So if you take these assignments throughout the year, you have the opportunity to make that 6 figures and then some. But Brockton, Massachusetts, we have 2 registered tele nurses, night shift, $3,500 a week for 48 hours. That's 48 hours guaranteed that they're telling us. That is a great opportunity. So you and your friend, you and your husband, if you're both tele nurses, great opportunity. If you're a tele nurse now and you want to go and take this assignment, but you don't want to travel alone, contact us on our Facebook page. We will find you a tele nurse as well. We will take you guys together. Nurses do this to save housing, to consolidate. The expenses. So please, if this is something that you're interested in, this is not something that happens too often when we have such a high paying assignment, but 3,500 for 48 hours is a pretty great opportunity for telenurse for Broxton, Massachusetts. The other opportunity is the registered nurse, the LD. My apologies. Let me zoom in on that one. My camera's zooming in. LDRP nights for 2,800. Again, for 36 hours. Another great opportunity for any nurse that is looking to take that assignment. They are looking for 2 people. So if you or your friend or anybody you know want to take that assignment with you, please reach out to us. You can text us, you can email us, you can message us on our Facebook page. We're available, and you can just call in, and one of us will be able to take the call and answer any questions you have and get you ready for submittal for that position.
That's great. I think there was a question Kiana had said, so if you don't have LPN experience, should you apply for skilled nursing or med surge? She's like, just a general question. So I think if you've got an LPN, and Jesse, tell me if you think, maybe some other ideas here. If you've got med surge, and I've seen LPNs, they've had, some of them have been L&D and some of them have been in ER. So if you've got some really good experience, depending upon where you've been in, we've got opportunity. You could be, a CNA and you've worked in a hospital. There's other opportunities out there like that. So don't, like Regina was saying, don't limit yourself. I would never limit yourself because there's other opportunities out there.
No, yeah, I agree. I know some hospitals have pushed out LPNs, not in a bad way, but they've replaced the LPNs with RNs. Not every hospital is doing that. Some hospitals did that and they found out that was not a good idea, so they brought them back.
Right.
The hospitals are adapting. They're trying to find out what's working. But if you see a position and it says RN and you're an LPN, it doesn't hurt to ask. So please reach out to us and we will ask the client. They may have, the position might be ER, RN, and you're an LPN that has experience in the area. We can always reach out, find out what they say. Worst case, they may open up another opportunity for us and we may not know. These are just the positions that they are in desperate need for, but every hospital has more opportunity that they're not discussing with us. So by all means, please let us know. We want to be able to help you. And the only way we would help you is if you reach out to us.
All right.
All right. So we had, what is the contact number from Amina? I just saw the jobs number come through. Let me pull it up again. My apologies.
You can always also contact us at 330-409-1315. That's our main number, but you always want to text this jobs to the 855-696-0132 so you can see all the jobs.
Yeah.
So yeah, the number that I listed before, that's if you wanted to call, if you wanted actually a contact number. But this is more to text so you can see all the jobs that we have. So great way to get in touch with us. So,
all right, yeah. So if you are interested, you can go to remarnurse.com/apply. That'll put you in contact with us, and we'll be more than happy to work with the nurses. You will reach one of our recruiters. We will find out where you want to travel and make sure you match the experience that they're looking for. And if not, no worries. We will find an assignment that works best for you. That's something that we are good at.
Yeah. I know that I saw another question, Jesse, because I want to make sure I clarify a lot of these. I think Shanta had a very similar question. Are these positions med surge, any geriatrics, LPNs? Of course, the RNs, most of the time they're med surge. A lot of the ones in New York that we had, they're skilled nursing geriatrics. The ones in Texas, they were med surge. And for Abilene, it was a med surge one. There isn't a skilled nursing open just yet in Texas. That'll be coming here soon. And then, but the ones in Niagara Falls and I believe there was another location, maybe Dunkirk. They have more skilled nursing geriatrics. But if you text that number and you're like, and I can't remember what it was, text the number right now while you're watching it. You just text it real quick and it'll get you the list of those jobs so that you can make sure you can kind of go through them all. So that's probably the easiest thing to do is to go ahead and text jobs to 855-696-0132. Jesse, are there any crucial ones?
No, not at this time. No crucial assignments, but they do come quick. As they come up. As everybody knows, if there's a strike, natural disaster, or anything going on, once they're up, they're filled within just a couple hours. When we do have them, they will be posted on our Facebook page. So we encourage anybody. Every time we get a new job, it's going to be on our Facebook page. So please follow us on social media. You can join the group. You can chat. You can post in there. It is a giant community. We are growing as a community. We can only grow with your help. So please join in and ask any questions you have. We have an active community in there, so you don't feel ignored. Again, we don't want you to feel like you're a number in the system. We want to make you feel like you're an individual. If you do feel ignored or recruiters not getting back to you, by all means, you can contact myself or you can contact Scott or Professor Regina and let them know that you're feeling ignored, and we will get on top of it to make sure that doesn't happen again, because we want to make sure you feel welcomed, and that we can only do that by engaging with everybody as much as possible. But we are human, so if we don't get back to you fast, we are human, so we would definitely stay in contact. So on the next slide, what travel nursing can give you, it's a lifestyle focus. It's a lifestyle change. Some people, gosh, like somebody in the chat, they've been doing 15 bedside staff nursing, 15 years. They've never thought about traveling. I've talked to so many nurses that have never thought about traveling, but they're tired. They're just tired of surviving, and they want to live. They want to make that money so they can travel. They can buy a car for their grandkids. They can buy a car for themselves. They can buy a house, whatever the case would be, because the cost of living and everything else is going up. So they want to adapt, and travel nursing is a great opportunity to make that extra, the extra cash. It gives you the freedom. It gives you the top pay. We are offering the housing support, and we are offering a great community, not just with Safe Nurse Now, but also the community, as a lot of you nurses know, of ReMar. About 700,000 nurse community that you're going to be joining a team, where everybody is working as a team, and everybody's part of a larger community where we're not, where you're a somebody, and that's. I know I say it a lot. I'm a broken record when it comes to it, but I'm a strong believer in it. I like to make people feel appreciated, wanted, and valued. That's how I've always wanted to feel whenever I work, and it's a great company to be a part of, because you will feel that. If there's an issue, call us. You're not going to get an email response of just, hey, here's a ticket, wait for an update. You're going to talk to a live person, and that's what we want to accomplish. The good thing about traveling is, if you're doing 3/12s and you're working 36 hours, you still have the rest of the week. You can either go back home, or you can pick up PRN for other locations around the area and literally just double your income even more. So we have some nurses that are looking at PRN that we have available at other locations nearby where they're taking the assignments now, and it's a win-win for everybody.
It's okay. I just want to jump in, because what we're trying to get everyone to do, and for ReMar, this is something that's really personal as a theme to me, is think big. Think big, because for a lot of the time, you've probably been limiting yourself, and you are not getting the experience that you could be having in nursing. And especially even if you're international nursing, you're thinking about coming over to the United States, you got to think big. Like, literally, imagine yourself waking up in a new city, and your paycheck is double what it used to be, right? Some people might even be triple what it used to be. you have flexibility. You know that if you work this time, you're going to have the next 3 months off. You're going to be able to take your kids on that vacation. Like we're not talking about jobs. Like we're talking about a pathway for you to have the financial freedom that you want, for you to have personal growth because you're getting all this experience in new environments and you're becoming a better practitioner. I mean, this is a great way to advance yourself very quickly. You don't have to go back to school. We're not telling you got to go back to school and get a master's or a PhD. We're telling you to do something that many other people are too afraid to do. And in the chat, I'm calling them barriers, but a lot of times people don't get into travel nursing because they're fighting excuses. And the excuses are often, I don't think I can do it. I'm not sure, if I have the experience, or I'm not sure. What if it's too hard? Those are excuses. And so are you going to let those things stand in the way of you taking this adventure and going to the next level? That's all I'm gonna say. Like this is my hobby horse, because I did travel nursing, and it allowed me to build ReMar. So this is how it starts. It's a dream, and it helps you get to your dream faster. It's like light speed.
Right.
Yes, you are your worst roadblock. I mean, you are going to find every reason not to take that assignment.
Yeah, to just stay in your comfort zone.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of some crazy stories. I'll be happy to share one of them real quick. I had a great candidate, RN. She was an all-star, 15, 20 years of experience, never did traveling. She took an assignment with me. She was going to take an assignment with me. She was one of my first nurses I've ever worked with. And then she said, right before she had to get on that plane, hey, family emergency, my dad passed away. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry. Condolences, sent flowers, everything. Unbeknownst to her, she forgot that she connected with me on Facebook. And then I saw photos a couple weeks later of her hanging out with her father that was still alive. And she used that as an excuse to not take the assignment. She reached out, a couple months later, take another assignment, wished her and her dad great. And I was like, it's just little things like that. If you can't take the assignment, be honest with us. We want to help you, because if, one of the things that are never discussed is a lot of these facilities, if you sign an agreement to take that assignment, you're promising that hospital, that long-term care facility, that you're going to be there. And if you don't show up, they will blacklist you. In some of these hospitals, and it's not us who's doing it, it's these hospitals. And some of these hospitals, they have 30, 40 locations, and they will prevent you from working in multiple locations. We don't want that to happen. So always keep that open communication with us so we can help you. And I see nurses right now communicating on when they can travel together within the chat. So by all means, join our community. We want to see you guys, communicate within the Facebook group and find your travel buddy. Let us help you find your next assignment, and let's make it a reality.
Okay. And
what's the name of the agency?
Nurse Now. Safe Nurse Now.
Yes, our job, we want to provide safe nurses to the hospitals and the long-term care facilities. And, we got a great opportunity with ReMar, who's working with individuals to become safe nurses. And then we bring in nurses who are not a part of ReMar, that have been joining because of word of mouth. And, you're going to join a community where you're going to be appreciated. You're going to be a part of the Safe Nurse Now community. And, you're hopefully taking your career to the next level. So, take that roadblock that you can't do it. I have a dog. I have a husband. I have kids. There's traveling families who take their kids and they do it online now, or they homeschool and they love it. Their husband has a career and he's happy, but he works remote. Well, pack his laptop up, let's go.
Right.
There's so many opportunities. I've seen husbands resign from their positions, not saying this is what you should do, but they've resigned from their position because their wife could make 2-3 times more than what he was making working 48, 50 hours a week at his job. And they're happy. They're traveling. They're seeing the world. The world or the country. They bought an RV and they travel through an RV to each location. That is a huge thing. There's a large community of RN nurses who travel by RV, and they will travel together to these assignments. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if I can do it. I was going to try the RV life myself, and found out that nope, too small of a space for me.
I did it. It's fun. So yeah,
Yeah.
great time. So great adventures had. Met a lot of nurses out there that were traveling all the time. So and there's a big old Facebook with RV and traveling for RN. So and nurses. So. And if you guys, here's another thing, just to make sure you first, if you want to get some more information about jobs, text 855-696-0132. Visit us at safenursenow.com. Go to our Facebook page, easy to find, Safe Nurse Now. And also, if you are kind of like, hey, I'm wanting to still learn a little bit more, make sure you connect with us on this webinar every week. But also look at these Facebook pages. There's several out there on Facebook pages to learn more about this, about travel nursing, about CNA opportunities, LPN opportunities. There's several out there that we want to help you connect and learn more about this. There was another. Jesse and I were talking about not too long ago before the webinar. Let us know too if there's a topic that you're wanting to learn more about. We want to help you with that. If there's some more information, they're like, hey, I wasn't quite sure about compliance or credentialing, or what happens on my first assignment. What if for some reason they start floating me to another unit? Any other questions that you have, or maybe you're an international nurse and you want to know kind of what that process is, put it in the comments. We want to know, what questions that you have for us and what you want to learn more about on these webinars.
All right. So, again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, social media, via email, via text. I see Kathy, you texted with no response. I will look into that. From my understanding, we were able to get back to everybody. If there is an issue with the phone number, I'll find out. But if you don't get a response, please email us. I guarantee you get a response. You'll get an interview with one of us. We'll be more than happy to help. I know we're wrapping up the hour mark for this webinar. We try to be considerate of everybody's time.
Mm-hmm.
So next week, we'll dive more into compliance. We'll dive more into the international, what that looks like, the process, because next month, H-1Bs open up. That's where we have an opportunity to bring some nurses over from other parts of the world to the United States and have you start no later than October 1st.
Yeah.
So if you're ready to come to America for a great opportunity as a travel nurse, please get in touch with us. The next couple of weeks are going to be very, very crucial to bring you guys over, and ladies, of course. We want to bring you over, get you going. There is a process. We have to go through the guidelines, and if everything goes good, coming over on an H-1B, for a 3-year visa, working at a location that you're comfortable with, that you have the support of Safe Nurse Now, and it'll be a 3-year opportunity, and we're going to be with you every step of the way. So please text us next week. We'll make it more about the international, so we can, make that a big thing. And I'll leave it at that. Does anybody have any last things you want to add?
No, that's it. Like, you're right. The time is now. The opportunity is now. We're looking to bring over people for the international side. So we have to look from the resumes that we have, the great resumes that we have. So if we don't have your resume, make sure we have it. And again, even if you're a domestic nurse, take the first travel assignment. Like, if you see an assignment, and maybe it's not perfect, maybe it's not in the state you want, but it's in your field and you're competent to do it, get your feet wet. It's time. It's time. Yes.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
See
you.
you later.